Hey guys, it's Jen. Thanks for joining me today. We are doing some thrifting and some retail shopping for blue and white decor for the summer. We're starting at Goodwill to see if there's any deals before heading to the retail stores. And does anyone else buzz past the clothing section and head straight to frames and furniture? Or is that just me? Now, I definitely don't need any more trays and baskets, but I always love to check out this section just to see what sort of fun finds they might have. I don't really have any blue and white items just yet, so I've been scanning the store today for some blue and white color schemes to see where that leads. And florals are a great thrift find. Almost all of my florals are thrifted. This beautiful blue vase with the white florals is exactly what I'm looking for. Books are also a great way to bring in color for the season, and cookbooks especially are great because they add a touch of color, but also they bring in some functionality to the kitchen. Thrifting is a great way to find vintage plate sets, and this blue and white floral pattern was so pretty. I did end up leaving it in store because I was looking for something with more of a gold trim rather than the silver that was around the edge, but this is something that would fit perfectly in that vintage cottage kitchen. I had so many ideas of how to DIY this chandelier with blue and white fabric on the little shades, and although I did love this piece, I left it behind and I sort of regret as I'm looking at it right now that I did not pick it up. Next up, I went to a store that I have never heard of before, and when I say I could have spent all day here browsing, I'm not joking. They had so many items here that were exactly what I had in mind, and seeing some of their displays really gave me some good ideas on how to create a beautiful space in my home. With blue and white being such a big trend, these ginger jars were everywhere. I found them here at Home Centric, and then in a minute we're gonna head to Home Goods, and there are so many different options there as well. They're all so pretty, and I just really couldn't decide which color blue I was into when I was in store. Finally, I took a short drive to Home Goods, and I always manage to find some unique pieces to help me create a collected look for the season. I loved these blue and white hydrangeas for my porch. I may go back for those. And hand towels are always something I need, and they had a great variety of blue and whites for the summer. Along with pillows, which I actually don't need more of, but always I find myself managing to make my way to the pillow section for browsing. By this point in my shopping, I feel like I have a pretty good idea about how I want to bring in the summer blue and white color scheme. Spending time thrifting and shopping really did help me decide on items that I like and items that I definitely don't like. It is fun to browse books in store also, that way you can get some inspiration that way as well. Lamps always draw my attention, and I love trying to find seasonal lamps for the kitchen to bring in a cozy glow in the evenings. There were some really great options for that traditional or vintage cottage look that I'm wanting to create. I've got a few great finds that I want to share with you, and let's head home and do a little bit of styling. Okay guys, so we are here in my spare room. I don't share this space often. It is a makeover on pause. Basically, this room is just my decor storage room for the time being until we finish my updates and makeover that I want to do in here. So I've been sort of gathering all of my items that I've been shopping for over the last few weeks in this area so that I can do a collective haul with you guys and show you what I've been picking up and what I've been thinking about for the upcoming summer season. Now, I want to move into a little bit more blue and white, but I don't want to abandon green. I do have those really beautiful bar stools that I love, so I want to incorporate green even if it's not the exact same shade, so that I've got a blue and green look going on. Now, I'm not exactly sure where I'm going with this. I've just sort of been collecting items over the last few weeks that have been catching my eye and things that I think I would enjoy having in my home. Because I'm not a person that typically decorates with blue, I wasn't really sure if I wanted to do like a Hampton style, Cape Cod, beach, coastal. I'm not exactly sure where this is gonna go. So I'm hoping that once I get all of these items together and bring them into the space, I will get a little bit more of a clearer vision for what I'm gonna be using and how it's going to look. So this is a lamp that I picked up from Home Goods. It was $12.99. I liked the muted color. This is almost like a blue-green, and I thought this would be a really good addition into my kitchen. I have so many little lamps like this. I have a wood, a black, a white, and now I have this blue, and I think this is going to be a really pretty addition with my scalloped wicker tray. I think that that is going to be a good complement for this color. I really did like the details on it, and so for $12.99 I thought this would be a perfect item to bring in a little bit of that blue for the summer season into my kitchen. Now you guys, these items are all just sort of randomly scattered amongst my bed, so there's no rhyme or reason for where I got everything. I will link anything below that can be linked. A lot of these items are thrifted, like this picture. This was one that I picked up at Goodwill. This one was $6.98, and it does have a little bit of an Americana look to it. If you look really closely, you can see there's just a touch of red with the flags that are shown on the posts in the photo. So I thought this would be a really pretty way to bring in a lot of that blue and white that I like, and I think it would even work really well if I wanted to keep this up for the 4th. So for $6.98, I thought it was beautifully matted, and I liked the soft wood color. And so I think this will go really good with my wicker tray that I have, as well as some of the other lighter woods that I'll be bringing in for the summer season. Now this is actually another thrifted item. I love this blue and white lampshade. It's pleated and cute, and it brings in a little bit of that cottage vibe. Now this actually was a purchase that I got at Goodwill. It was $4.98, but it did come with the base. The base is just a very tall black pedestal style base, so I'm not sure if I'm going to use that or not, but I'm definitely going to be bringing in this blue and white pleated shade. I love that sort of cottage look that it has with this little round finial at the top. I think this is just so cute, and I do want to try to work this in somehow into my blue and white decor for the summer season. This is an item that I had thrifted a while back. This is a really beautiful milk glass bud vase. This thing is really heavy. I have a feeling this is genuine milk glass because of how heavy it is. I actually have two of these. I thrifted these at two different times. The larger one was $1.18 when I picked it up, and unfortunately this smaller one, I don't have the tag on anymore, and so I'm not exactly sure how much I thrifted it for, but I think these are lovely and they would be great either in my kitchen on my coffee bar shelves or even in my hutch for a pop of white, and maybe in place of some of those white pictures that I've been using so much. So you guys know I love hobnail and I love the detailing. Look at that scalloped edge. How cute is that? So I cannot wait to work these in. These have a little bit more of a traditional look, I think, so we'll see where I go with that. But even if I don't put any flowers in them, I just like the look and the structural element that they bring into the decor. Now here's another item that I picked up at HomeGoods, and I liked the rattan on this. I think this brings in a little bit more of a beachy sort of seaside vibe, which would work perfectly for coastal Hamptons, Cape Cod, any of the sort of themes that a person might want to go with. Now, if I decide to go with beachy, I'm not going to be bringing in seashells and things like that, but this is a perfect way to incorporate that beachy sort of outdoorsy feel, and honestly, it smells really good. Now, I picked this one up on clearance at HomeGoods. This was $12, and you guys, candles are a great way to just bring in a little bit of that cozy warmth and ambiance without having to go out with changing decor. So if you're looking to make a change for the summer season, but you really like the decor you have, consider bringing in candles that have structural elements and that will help sort of hint at whatever the new theme is that you're wanting to work in. So I'm gonna see if I can make this work. I'm not sure where it's gonna go, but I love the fact that it's a 3-wick, and I love the fact that it's got this wicker detail on it. Now, speaking of candles, I picked this one up at Hobby Lobby, and this one was $5.99. Great price, and again, I'm bringing in that sort of sea green, blue green. I think this is a really pretty addition. It will work well with the blue, but it will also work well with some of the greens that I'm going to try to incorporate. This is only a single, oh, actually it's a double wick, so that's actually really good. And I love the frosted glass. I'm a big fan of frosted candles. I think they're really pretty because as the candle burns down, you don't necessarily see that burnt colored wick. You just see the light kind of shining through the beautiful frosted detail. So this is a great find for $5.99. Anytime I see candles on clearance, no matter what store I'm in, I always try to grab whatever the seasonal color that I'm going to go with. That way I can hang on to them and use them in the future. Now, when we're talking again about bringing in that light and airy summer feel, I love using glass. And so I thrifted this one. I think it was $1.99 at Goodwill. I have removed the tag, but I think this is really pretty because it does bring in a little bit of that green. This would go beautifully with any kind of white accent, white florals. And one thing I do like to do, if you guys have been following me for a while, you know that whenever I am decorating with glass vases, I do put water in the vase, even if I'm using faux florals. I think it just brings a little bit more of a realistic touch into whatever the vignette that you're styling is. And I love the scalloped edge on this glass. So anytime you find really beautiful glass vases and vessels at Goodwill, you can always hang on to them and use them as displays on their own, or you can use them for what their intended purpose is, which would be to fill it with water and some really beautiful florals for the season. So I'm not exactly sure if I'm going to be using this, but I thought it was really cute and kind of fun for the 4th of July. It has these beautiful, almost like firework prints. This would actually go really good for like a New Year's Eve party as well. But I love the idea of bringing in these warm metallics along with the blue and white. I think that's really pretty. And even if I just use this as a decor piece in my coffee bar or I don't know, really anywhere, it would go cute. But for $1.18, I didn't want to pass it up because I think maybe this one might just sort of add a little bit of interest with that fun detailing on the glass. So you guys, I picked up these salt and pepper shakers at HomeGoods. I actually love these so much that I picked up a pair of these for my friend as well. But for $4.99, I thought this was a really cute way to work in a little bit of color. I like the blue and white, but I really love that fun pattern. And I think that will be a great way to bring in a little bit of fun and interest into the summer, especially with my white kitchen. I love being able to bring in pops of color that are fun and kind of playful, and this print is both of those things. It's fun and it's playful, but it also has this little holder that's kind of gold metallic, and I think that will go really nicely with a lot of the metals that I'm using in my kitchen, especially for the summer season. Now, my daughter and I found a store locally here that is called Home Centric, and it's actually a sister store to Belle's. And when I tell you, I absolutely loved being in the store. You may have seen some of the clips in store. They have these really beautiful displays, and just part of the reason why I wanted to do this soft blue and soft green color scheme is because I was seeing so many really beautiful displays in store. And so when I was at Home Centric, I picked up these. These are little crocheted pot holders. I thought they were so cute because they were the perfect blue and green color scheme. These would be great to add a textural element into your decor. You can stack these on a shelf beside a vase with florals in them. These can be used as risers, or they could be used as coasters. They're so cute, and I love that textured detail. Some of you guys know that I have some crocheted textured pot holders that I actually picked up on Amazon in the sort of warmer tones. They're more like a dark green and pink and cream, but I love the blue and green colors on these. Now, also in Home Centric, I picked up this photo holder. I love that rattan look. This brings in a little bit of that beachy vibe that I had mentioned previously. So this would be really beautiful with some beautiful white florals in that glass vase, or even that rattan candle setting next to it. So you guys, I love thrifted books, and one of the things I love to do is collect old books that have the color scheme that I'm going for, and then use them as decor themselves. You can use them as risers, but the colors of these old books are beautiful. I've got that blue and that green, and then I even picked up a couple of cookbooks while I was thrifting this time around. I picked up this one here. I thought this was really cute. It's got that all-in-one blue pot on the front. How cute is that little cutout? And then of course the back has the beautiful blue as well. So if I decided I wanted to stand it up facing out like this, that would be a really pretty accent color. But of course, all-in-one cooking is great for the summer because a lot of times we're busy. We've got the kids at home if we are still raising our kids, and a lot of times one-pot meals are the way to go. So honestly, I'll probably be using this cookbook, but also definitely like the color. And then I also have this cookbook. Now, this was also a thrifted cookbook, but I am a sucker for a good key lime pie, and when I saw the picture, I was like, oh, I need to have that recipe. I love key lime, but I also loved the blue and green coloring on this one. So again, functional and also beautiful for decor. And then the last book that I wanted to share with you guys is this one. I think I showed this one when I was thrifting, but I love the blue, and I thought this was a really beautiful color that I can use as a coffee table book or a base for like a vase. It does have some really beautiful imagery as well if you're going for more of a coastal look. If you wouldn't mind defacing the book, you could cut one of these out and you could put it in a frame as decor all on its own, or you could simply just open your coffee table book up to one of the pictures that you like the best and use that as a way to bring in a little bit more interesting color onto your coffee table. Now, even before I decided that I wanted to decorate with blue and white, I've always been drawn to transferware, and I love to collect the different colors of transferware depending on what season I'm in. And so I came across this Liberty blue plate at my local thrift store near me, and I thought it was just beautiful. I love the pattern. I do have a couple of these different blue and white transferware plates that I think would be absolutely gorgeous. This one is a Swinnerton's from Staffordshire, England, and this one has a beautiful print. And I also have a couple of these absolutely gorgeous Majestic collection. Love that blue old willow print. They are so pretty. Actually, I have two of these that I thrifted with the gold trim. I think these are absolutely stunning and bring in a little bit more of that traditional look. I also have quite a few of these. I also have this one. This is another Liberty blue, a little bit larger than that first one that I showed you. It says that it is a scene of Washington at Valley Forge, and love the Americana hint. That is such a pretty one. And then I also have this one. This is a Churchill print. This is a Churchill plate. And I love, again, that Americana vibe, but also brings in a little bit of that cottage feel. Now, I also have a few mugs here. These are ones that I have thrifted from years past. Blue and white transferware. Again, I don't know what these are. Let's see here. These are Hughes Longport, England. And they are just absolutely beautiful. I love the detailing on the imagery. So I'm probably going to be working these onto my hutch and using these at maybe some stacked accent pieces. But even the handles have detailing on them. How cute is that? Now I also have a collection of this blue willow. I thrifted all of these. They were $1.18 each at Goodwill. And I have 5 of these bowls and 4 of the plates, and I think these are absolutely stunning. They have that beautiful dark navy blue along with the white, and so these are going to look beautiful either stood up in my hutch or potentially stacked with some mugs on top. I cannot wait to work these in. Now this is a Home Goods find. I picked this up for $9.99. This was a few months back, but I think I did see it still in store. So if you're looking for something that has that old pottery look, this might be the way to go. I am considering using this as a utensil holder, but how cute would it be if I could get one of those rechargeable light bulbs and make this into a lamp? I think that would be really a cute way to use this. So stay tuned, be sure and subscribe to my channel, and you'll see how we end up using this. Either way, I think it will be adorable. Now, something I think is really beautiful for the summer season is using a little bit of copper along with the blue and white. Now, this is a copper recipe box that I picked up quite a while ago, and I had been planning on using it for the fall. But how pretty would it be to sort of incorporate these 2 colors together into my summer kitchen? They would look great with either a pop of orange or a pop of yellow citrus, maybe a bowl of lemons or something. I just think they're so pretty together. So I'm gonna try to find a way to work in this copper piece. And because I like the look of the copper, I also picked up this copper pitcher at TJ Maxx. This one was $14.99. It was not on sale, but I thought this would make a really beautiful backdrop in my hutch and bring in a pop of warmth for the blue and the white that we've got going on. So I actually saw on Jessica Giffen's channel, she found one at TJ Maxx that had this really beautiful floral pattern etched in. I was not able to find that one, but I think I like this one better because I think this will go great for fall as well. Now, one of the things that I don't love about my dining table is how scuffed and scratched the top is. So I think I want to try my hand at using a tablecloth this time around when I'm doing my decorating in my dining room. And so I picked this tablecloth up on Amazon. It has this beautiful, almost toile looking print, blue and almost like a burlap color background. I thought this was really pretty and a little bit more of a traditional vibe. I could use like my seagrass round placemats on top along with some white plates, and I think that would really be beautiful for a summer tablescape. So I'm gonna try to work this one in. Of course, I will have this linked below in my Amazon storefront if you're interested in finding any of the Amazon items that I'm using for the spring and for the summer. So this one's gonna be a DIY. I think I picked this one up for $4.98, but the reason why I wanted it is because I loved the ball detailing on the side. If you have been following any of the trends of like that vintage cottage kitchen, they have those beautiful brass shelf rails, and that's what this reminded me of. So I don't know if I'm going to use this in the kitchen, but I'm definitely going to sort of tape off the mirror and see if I can bring this back to life and make it look fresh and new and pretty again for the summer season. Now, this item was a find. I love this thing. I love that blue and white little print. And take a look at the scalloped edging. It's an adorable little tray that I can use for serving. It would be great for decor as well. This one was a fun find because not only is it really functional, but it's also really cute. So I'm gonna try to work this in somewhere either in the kitchen or the coffee bar. Now, a lot of you guys saw when I was thrifting this beautiful piece of pottery. It is just neutral enough. It does have some green undertones, but I think this would be a perfect piece year round. And the reason why I bought it actually was because I came across this little floral and it was $2.98, but on the day that I was there, the lavender tags were half price. So I ended up getting this for $1.50. I just didn't like the way it had almost like a modern concrete looking base. So when I tested these two together, I thought that was a really cute and fun way to display just this little pop of blue floral piece in my decor. Now you guys, we're almost to the end of the haul, but I saved the best for last. I've got two really gorgeous soft colored blue items that I want to share with you, but before I do, take a look at this ottoman. This was $12.99. It's hard to get the whole thing in the shot because it's so big, but it was $12.99. Look at the feet, so cute. I think this is a great way to work in a little bit of that coastal vibe without going overboard. If I decide that I want to bring in those coastal elements, I think this is a great way to do that. This could be used as a plant stand, an ottoman, obviously in front of your seating if you want to use it that way. Or just to put a stack of books on top of. I think this is so cute and I really can't wait to see where I'm going to end up using this. It was only $12.99, you guys, so that was actually a really good price. Now you guys, I absolutely hate storing pillows, so I'm trying really hard not to buy new pillows. And so whenever I come across really cute pillow covers, I snag them up and I picked these up. These are actually really large. I've got some 26 by 26 euro pillows that I want to cover, and I thought that this blue and white gingham was absolutely adorable. It brings in a little bit of that feminine and cottage vibe, and it's the perfect color. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be using these in my bedroom for the summer or if I'm going to bring these out and set them in the living room, but either way, they're a great find and they're so easy to store. These I got on Amazon and I will link them below for you. That way, if you're interested in grabbing, they had a lot of colors. The blue was getting low in stock, and they also had a beautiful sage green. They had taupe, so definitely check them out if you love that gingham print and that ruffled texture detail. Now, unfortunately, I am a sucker for a good pillow. Every once in a while, I see one in store that I just love, and when I came across this one at Home Centric, I loved that block pattern, that floral look, and it also brings in the both blue and green that I'm wanting to try to incorporate for the summer. So I thought this one was a really pretty find. It's very soft. It does not have a down fill, but it is really, really soft. And so this one is most likely going to be used on my wooden chair that I keep on the side of my living room. Well, guys, that's gonna do it for today's haul. I hope you enjoyed seeing all of the items that I am thinking about using for the upcoming summer decorating season. This is round 2 for summer. I do like to make a change quite often in my house. You guys get bored with decor really easily, which is part of the reason why I have this channel. But leave me a comment below. Let me know what was your favorite item, and I cannot wait to show you how I style these. So if you haven't already, be sure and hit that like button and subscribe so that you won't miss any of the fun decorating that we've got coming up. I hope you are having a wonderful week, and I will see you in the next one. Until then, check out that video right there. It's a really good one.